cut out the ghetto antics. I hate to say it, but it's ghetto.
Please welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Belinda Strana. Thank you so much for all the love and support. To my returning subscribers, to those people that share my videos, leave commentaries, and also educate each and every one of us, you guys are the real MVP. So lovelies. There's this stage that been going all over the social platform where this black woman, I think she's actually biracial, and she is all out calling all of the nurses who make up or who dress properly or who actually decided to look or some type of way in their profession as ghetto. This spiked a lot of conversation on the social platform, and I decided to put it up here so that we all can actually deliberate on this issue to know what side are we all are. I'm just going to roll the clip as well as some of the stitches.
As a nurse practitioner, I do not agree with all of the trash talking about the nurse practitioner profession, not only from nurse practitioners but also other medical doctors or PAs or whomever. I don't like the direction and focus of the conversation. It's not balanced. And with that being said, I am going to make a few comments. This is a note and message to nurse practitioners out there who are practicing that I find to be, quite frankly, embarrassing. Okay, so just remember that when you're entering into your profession, you now represent all of us, okay? And with that representation comes, you need to be competent, clinically competent in what you're doing. So if you cheated and skirted your way through your program, didn't gain the knowledge you needed to gain when you were in your practicum before you graduated and all those things, you need to continue seeking higher education. You need to, there's fellowships, internships that you can do. And you should not be even practicing as a nurse practitioner if you know that you cheated your way through. Unfortunately, some of these programs don't have enough oversight to check and find the people who are not actually truly absorbing, learning the material. I do think the clinical sites are underregulated because now nurse practitioners, they have all these programs that help you, companies that help you find a nurse practitioner, but you're paying them to be your preceptor. There's a bias there. If I'm paying somebody to precept me, well then don't they have to kind of pass me? You know what I'm saying? Like, especially if you find them independently and it's not even through an organization. So that's where the corruption's coming in on the clinical training for nurse practitioners, and why you're seeing some of these nurse practitioners come out, they're doing their clinicals with their friends or someone they know, and they're not actually gaining and absorbing the information they need to know to practice safely. That is a problem. I agree. Okay. That's something that the credentialing bodies need to be aware of and need to monitor and need to standardize the clinical training and make the board's exam harder for people to graduate. Everyone does not have the capability to be a nurse practitioner. Thankfully, in medicine, they have science, heavy science and math courses that weed people out, because most people aren't good at math and science. That's the gatekeeping right there. We don't have that in the nursing world. There is no gatekeeping. There's several different pathways you can take, which is a great thing, but also is seeming to backfire because there's some people who really shouldn't be nurses or NPs out there. Okay. So anyway, I say all that to say that for the people who are representing as nurse practitioners, I cannot stand the fact that I'm seeing ghetto providers all over social media watering down any respect that the nurse practitioner profession has. And that's why a lot of nurse practitioners are getting upset. It's one thing to still be learning because you're a novice, you're still within your first couple of years as a nurse practitioner. It's another for you to have the audacity to go on the internet, talk about being a nurse practitioner, and you are literally going into work with lashes out to here, face in full glam like you're about to go to the club, wearing nails out to here while you're treating patients. It is absurd. I have not seen this with any other profession. Like any other medical profession with an advanced degree doing this. I don't see it with pharmacists. I don't see it with psychologists, counselors, physicians, MDs, DOs. I'm not seeing it anywhere else. It's only with the nursing. And I'm like, what is this? I literally was on a Teams call for a hospice company I've been working with, and one of the nurse practitioners came on with a tank top and her breasts hanging out. So unprofessional, so embarrassing. And I'm like, this is why physicians don't respect, some physicians don't respect nurse practitioners. I don't respect you. I don't even care what your title is. I will not respect you in a professional setting if you don't even know how to dress. Dress includes your makeup, the long eyelashes, the crazy nails. That is unprofessional. I'm sorry. It just is. And I think that because there's so many hybrid programs online, these nurses and nurse practitioners are not learning about professionalism because the teacher is behind a computer. I remember one day I was running late to my clinical rotation, and so I didn't iron my coat. And my preceptor was like, she roasted me. And I was a little upset, because I was like, I'm working and I rushed here and I was under a lot of stress already. The last thing I cared about was my coat being ironed. Okay, I didn't think it looked that bad. But she made it very known to me not to ever come to her clinic without my coat being pressed, my white coat. And I appreciate her doing that because that is something I needed to know. Because when we are practicing, we are representing our profession. So I need all of these nurse practitioner students out here flaunting, so happy that they're entering into nursing. I'm happy for you too, but I need you all to do a better job of how you're representing us and cut out the ghetto antics. I hate to say it, but it's ghetto. It literally is. So if you need to Google professionalism, what does workplace attire look like, business casual, whatever it is that you need to research, I need you all to do that. As a nurse practitioner, I do not agree with all.
See, I really want that nurse practitioner to explain how wearing makeup and lashes somehow takes away years of education, training, and experience in the medical field. Because, I 100% get the nail thing. You should not have no long-ass fake nails when you're trying to treat patients, but then what's wrong with makeup? God forbid a girl want to look good when she goes to work. Because, in the video she made, she was eating until she said the word ghetto. I have makeup and lashes on right now, and I don't think I look ghetto. And even though I'm not going into the nurse practitioner field, I'm still going into healthcare, and I don't think it would be any issue if I showed up to work looking like this. And as a matter of fact, I worked in the clinic last summer and makeup was on every single day. Now lashes, that was a once in a blue moon type of thing just because I didn't have time in the morning, but my patients didn't have an issue and my boss didn't have an issue. Honestly, that girl has to work with a bad bitch that she's jealous of, and so that's why she made the video pretty much calling out anybody that shows up to work looking like her, because there's literally nothing wrong with wearing makeup and lashes. And then honestly, if I were to go to work and my boss were to pull me in and tell me, hey, the makeup, the lashes, very ghetto, very unprofessional, you cannot show up to work looking like that anymore, I'm like, okay, cool. I guess I won't be showing up to work anymore. I guess I'll have to get another job. Because working in healthcare is already hard enough, and you're telling me I can't do the one thing that makes me feel a bit more confident and ready to go to work. So yeah, I hate to be blunt, but I think that girl needs to keep her racist and discriminatory comments to herself.
And what about it? We wear lashes and a beat face every time. There's a nurse on here that's talking about some nurses and nurse practitioners are ghetto for wearing lashes, their face beat to work, and long nails. You say ghetto, what you mean by that? Huh? I hear ghetto because long nails are automatically thinking a black woman. You got a problem? And was your appearance indicative of the level of care that you're able to provide? When did lashes impair you from being able to give chest compressions? Allow me to continue. Now, girl, if you don't know how to do a highlight and contour and you mad about that, just say that. It seems as if you're projecting your insecurities on black women. I know how long nurses got to go to school to be a nurse practitioner. You're dedicating your life to your education so you can get to a certain level of practice. Imagine somebody being mad at you because you look good. You look like one of them girls that'll come up to you and say, oh my God, your lashes are so beautiful. I love your hair. And be the same one talking shit behind your back. Mind you, she talking about some of the nails but got a whole set. Somebody make an anonymous report. Please, thank you. See all that to say this. Don't come on the internet looking like a regular schmegular female, then coming for the ones that are putting themselves together and performing at the highest level. In every way, shape, and form. Find the business that pays you and stay out of ours.
You know it ain't ghetto until a black woman do it, right? I just can't understand what's wrong with wanting to look nice when you come into work. I just don't understand. I wouldn't give a damn if you want to dunk the whole bottle of foundation on your head. As long as you know how to come in here and take this damn blood out my veins without poking me to death, I wouldn't care what you look like. I don't care what your nails look like, what lashes you got in. She ain't the only one. Sarah got tracks all around her goddamn dome piece. And from my understanding, if you was able to make it out of that goddamn school that the nurses got to go through, you made it out of that, I don't have nothing to say to you. You's a monster. You's a beast for getting up out of that school. You made it out when most of them don't even last through the first couple of damn weeks of school. Yeah, you a monster. You a monster. And I would trust you with my life. especially if you going through with that, I trust you to do anything I need to be done when I come in the office. You feel me? Can't put no goddamn last on. Shut your ass, man.
Let me just educate you. The word ghetto has a negative connotation. That word dates all the way back to the 1500s. That word was used to describe a certain group of people in a negative way. Fast forward to today, the word ghetto is used to describe a different group of people in a negative way, and that is black people. I watched some of your video, and some of the things you said I was in agreement with. But the moment that you said ghetto providers, ghetto antics, you shouldn't be practicing if you knew that you cheated your way through. You are watering down any respect that NPs may have. Those comments were a direct blow to the black community. This is not how you're supposed to use your platform. You stated you represent all of us, meaning nurse practitioners and nurses have to dress professional. I understand. But what you don't understand is that I am a nurse practitioner myself, and you are representing us negatively. You could have delivered your message in a totally different way. There was a lot of tension. There was a lot of frustration. There was a lot of irritation that you have. I don't know if you had a situation. I don't know if you had an encounter with a black nurse practitioner or a black nurse. But what's concerning is that you take care of patients. Are you taking care of patients fairly? And I don't know if you know, but TikTok and the TikTok commenters can have your job by the end of the week and make it very difficult for you to get one. You stated, let's raise the bar on professionalism. Well, the professionalism starts with you. Let me just educate you.
A ghetto nurse held my hand as I watched my son pass away. A ghetto nurse helped me walk to the bathroom and use the restroom because I had a really hard time after my C-section. A ghetto nurse took care of my sister when she had 3 strokes in her 20s. And in 2015, when I had my first set of twins at 28 weeks, one of the ghetto nurses was the only one to look me in my eye, talk to me, not at me, because I was only 20 and sometimes her father wasn't there to give me my support. A ghetto nurse also missed her lunch break at Emory Midtown Hospital, Atlanta, so I could have a last final photo shoot with my deceased son. She took a picture of me doing his hair, cutting his hair, bathing him. She even picked out a beautiful gown for him. A ghetto nurse also took care of my husband when I was about 7 weeks postpartum. Our son had passed away 3 weeks prior, and I still had a baby in NICU, and I still had 3 kids at home. Very loving, gave me updates. Never was too much for me to call her. So this rhetoric about lack of professionalism due to hair, nails, or whatever is really befuddling and offensive as a patient, a mother, a sister, a healthcare worker, and also a future nurse. I really need us to stop doing this, okay? It's a lot is showing. A lot of this is very telling, and I can tell you right now, the ones that have the lashes, that looks good, that come in there with their Stanleys, have seen me through the darkest times of my life. So please stop.
A non-black woman with jet black eyebrows that looked like she ignored the timer to wipe the henna off her eyebrow, so now it is stained, came on the internet and decided to critique the appearance of women in healthcare. The thing about it is that she wants you to believe that it was a generalized statement that she was making. However, the people that she described was oddly specific. It was oddly familiar. Time and time again, black women thrive, and it bothers people. It bothers people so bad because we were never supposed to be on the same level as them, let alone surpass them. Get yourself together when you wake up in the morning, not looking like you rolled out of bed, wearing lashes, makeup, and nails does not stop you from doing your job effectively. But the fact of the matter is that you are so triggered by the women who put themselves together that is stopping you from being able to function, and that sounds like a you problem. A black woman has always been in fields that the world thought we didn't have access to. It might not have been many of us, but it was us. We was there. And now you get a front row seat with social media, and you realize that we're not only on the same level as you, we're surpassing you. So now, what else can they do to drag us down? They start picking at our physical appearance. We're telling you how to put your best foot forward, because when you look good, you feel good. And most importantly, they don't want you to feel good. You don't have to look like what you've been through, but they want you to look like what you've been through. I swear to God, a brown angel falls from heaven every single time you let them win.
Coming from a family that has people in the healthcare profession, nurses, baby, my aunt never went to work not looking good. Her nails stayed done. She looked beautiful. it also helps the patients feel good. You coming in looking all pretty and professional and dressed up, it boosts the morale in the patients. It boosts their morale too. The nursing industry is not easy. And for them to feel good about themselves and the patients feel good looking at that beautiful thing, why not? That is not ghetto. It's not hood just because somebody puts on makeup and looks beautiful. I'm so tired of ghetto being thrown around loosely because there's lashes, face beat, nails done. Why does that have to be stamped on to a person and be called ghetto? I'm over that with that. Beauty on a black woman is not ghetto.
I got time today. There is a MP that came on here and tried to comfort us. Now, even though I'm not the one to wear the nails, or the eyes, or the lace fronts, bitch, they still my sisters. And what we ain't gonna do is try to play my sisters. I'm pretty sure when there's a medical emergency, they're not going to say, hey, you have fake nails on. Hey, you have fake eyelashes. Hey, you got a lace front, so you cannot take care of this patient. You're looking at this all wrong. And for the life of me, I just don't understand why. And it can't be no other reason but you can't get in the club. Because we do our job very well. Very well. Very well. So stop talking about us and take care of yourself and do your job, MP. Okay? Have a good day.
Popular belief, I don't think that her whole message was meant to be an attack, but I do think that it was a message coming from the wrong horse's mouth. Now, she talks in this video, the first half of the video is her talking about the educational aspect of being a nurse practitioner or having a higher license, and she basically admits that, you know, the Board of Nursing is not doing a good enough job, like making sure that people are actually absorbing the knowledge that they have and making sure that someone's credentials are actually useful in practice. Then she comes in a little bit hot and she's basically like, you know, I think it's ghetto that you guys are coming to work with lashes, full glam, and nails all the way out to here. Now, as someone who wears nails, and as someone who wears lashes, and as someone who does makeup, goes to work, and is pursuing NP school, I can see where the message could have been altered to come out a little bit differently. You have to remember, you're talking about a certain demographic of people here. You're talking about a certain demographic of people when you use the word ghetto especially. I don't think that it depicts my job. I definitely think that if I come in to work looking better, I'm feeling better for that day, and then my whole day is going to be better. I think it was a message coming from the wrong horse's mouth. I also think it can make her look a little bit, but that's just my 2 cents. In the end of the video, she basically talks about how she was on a Teams meeting and a nurse practitioner came on with a tank top on, her titties hanging all the way down to God knows what. Is that unprofessional? Absolutely. Biggest concern after seeing this video, whether I was a patient or whether I was a nurse practitioner or RN or even a nursing student, my biggest concern would be, okay, if you have this bias toward people that you work with and the workplace that you're in, how do you feel when you see patients who fit that description?
So this lady has actually been going viral on the social platform, whom she had a take. I think she's also in that profession. I think she's a nurse as well. So she came up to talk about how it's all ghetto to look all dressed up, eyelashes, fixing up nails and what have you, while you're a nurse. That she sees it as a ghetto behavior or something like that. People are not having it. People are not having the way at which she made her statement, or she was trying to pass a particular message, but the way at which she brought the message and trying to like sugarcoat it, and when she now mentioned this ghetto, everybody knows whom ghetto is being referred to. That is why people are not having it. There is a way you have to like. It's not as if she's not entitled to her own opinion or to share whatever thing that she feels, but she making it specifically, directly or indirectly, trying to refer it as some like it is in a certain way. It looks like she's directly speaking to some, it's like a particular group of people. Like, this is just the truth. She just made it look like she was actually um trying to like gaslight black women, you know? And this actually sparked a lot of conversation. I wasn't even able to put up some, I just put a small stitch to so that we all can actually, have this debate on what you think. Such like, because I have seen nurses whom all is like they look very all made up and all of that, but they were actually still performing their duties. Because I have not even like taken notes. Maybe it's because I'm not into professional nursing whatsoever. But when I go to a hospital, I don't really look at the way at which these nurses are looking like. Because like someone who is sick, right? Then you go to the hospital, all you care about is for you to be taken care of, right? And if this person who is taking care of you and making you feel better, giving you all of your administrations and all of that, if this person is doing all of that and you're getting better, I don't think there is any problem with the way at which the person chose to look. So far, the person looks presentable, right? I don't know. That is why I just brought it here because I'm confused. She has a problem with the way at which these women, dress up or makeup or put up makeup, right? And fix their nails. I have seen nurses that have a very well done nails, neatly done nails. But the way at which she was like as if you're going to club, I don't understand. And the way she was like ghetto. Oh my goodness, these people just have a way to bring in black women to anything. Even if these black women are just trying to mind their business. Like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Abba. This is just like coming from, it's just so, it's unacceptable to some people. Why some people still like, they're trying to agree but disagree. In the sense that some of the things that she's saying was making sense. Until when she now mentioned ghetto and eyelashes and this, that is when everything went bananas. Because I don't think looking good or looking presentable or trying to feel good and confident about yourself is ghetto. Okay, I don't know. Was she expecting these women to go to their workplace without making their hair or just going there without any form of makeup or looking like a nun or maybe wearing a bonnet to their workplace? Like, how do you really expect these women to look like? So maybe because they are all nurses, they shouldn't have their nails done or fish lashes or fish lash extension. Maybe because of their profession, they shouldn't do that. What is she even trying to say? She should, I like the fact that so many women who is in that field is correcting that narrative. Because I see no reason where someone is so sick and you have been attended to by these nurses. You are all out looking at the nurse and how the nurse is dressed and all of that. Like, what you care about as a patient is this person should just get me treated. And for someone to be a nurse, because she was trying to make it look like these people maneuver their way to success. Like, I don't understand what she's even trying to say, man. She's making it look like these women maneuver themselves to success, the exams. Like, if someone can go through such profession and come out in flying colors and became practicing the said profession. What makes you think that the way at which the person chose to take care of themselves will now make this person unprofessional, or will now remove all of the education that this person have acquired? I don't understand. Like, seriously. This is why when I saw this discourse, I was like, I'm going to bring up here for us to like know what is her take. Like, she want these women, like, my own problem is the fact that she even mentioned the ghetto thing. It's just giving, okay, let me come out and also attack black women. Like, this is just, I'm coming from, anyway, love this one. Just leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video. Please subscribe to this channel if you're yet to do that. Like, and I will see you lovely when I upload comment section of the next one of this video. Please subscribe to this channel if you're yet to do that. Like, and I will see you lovely when I upload the next one.